Good afternoon, viewers, ladies and gentlemen. I am once again with you with my 31st episode of Unhook Your Past and Win Life Like a Warrior. As I keep telling you that this show, which I have started as the Unhook Your Past and Win Life Like a Warrior, is of those people who have done something extraordinary in their life. They have done out of their passion something legendary, which you can also get some lessons from their lives. But the warrior doesn't mean in this case that every time you have to go to battlefield and fight with the weapons. Here in this case, what I am talking about is that warrior is the one who fight the demons within himself. And those demons are regressing attitudes, self-sabotaging trait, fear of failures, ignorance. So these are some of the demons. If you can fight, I'm sure that you can win life like anything. In this connection, I have made a small framework, which I call it a warrior, where the W stands for winning mindset. The next letter A stands for you should have an attitude of gratitude. And the next letter R is that remove the clutter from your life. Those clutter could be a physical clutter, emotional clutter. It could be a digital clutter. So if you remove all these things, what happens is the next letter R of the warrior is you are reinventing your life. And after that, having done these all four steps, your letter I signifies either you inspire the people and even you get inspired by the people. And the next letter O signifies that overcome your procrastination in the life if you really want an extraordinary life. And finally, the letter R is you must reap the rewards or you must have the return on time invested. That is routine. So after having done all these steps, whatever time you have invested, you will reap the rewards. So in that series with me today, the warrior in the true sense is Col Ronnie Chhibber. Now he is not only the warrior in the battlefield, he has been the warrior in the life after the battlefield. He is now inspiring the millions of people by his action. He has been a pilot. He has been a magician. He has been a legendary sand artist. He is the only blindfolded artist in the world as of now. So he has achieved many accolades. He has performed in, you can say, Rastrapati Bhawan. He has performed in front of Chief of Army Staff, various places, India and abroad. And he is exceptional personality. So with this background, ladies and gentlemen, let me welcome Col Ronnie Chhibber. Welcome, sir, to the show Win Life Like a Warrior, sir, on me and my audience behalf. Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much, Raghav. In fact, I think more than all of us, you are a great warrior to carry on such a sequence of letting people be inspired by your thought process. I think great of you.
Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. In fact, sir, I'm very happy that you accepted my invite, sir, and found time to come to the show. And I'm sure that many people who are joining you or who are going to listen us, they are there to. Anybody joined from your side on iPhone, sir?
No, not from my side.
Okay.
iPhone, somebody else is getting on. Not me. Not here.
Let me just mute him.
There's somebody on the iPhone. Ask the person to.
Who is on the iPhone? Who is on the iPhone?
You can remove that person on the iPhone.
Yeah, I think. Somebody has.
Yeah, it's gone. Yeah, it's gone. It's gone.
Yeah, I removed it. So
Yeah,
to
it's
start
normal.
with, sir, can you hear me, sir?
Yeah, clear.
Yeah. So start with, sir, I would like to ask you first thing that that, sir, you have in the childhood, you saw some magician and then you happen to get inspired by his magic. And that was the first person in your life. So we would like to know firstly that where was your schooling, sir? How did you start and how did you come across this magician who inspired you so much that you thought of once making your career out of this? Over to you, sir.
Yeah, Raghav, the thing is, I had my schooling basically in Dehradun. And Dehradun, we had a very great world magician called Gogya Pasha also. But as a child, I had seen Gogya Pasha in our school perform. And then I tried to emulate him and do a show in our school. And one of the teachers, our maths teacher, I still remember, Mr. Khanna, was so inspired that next day in the assembly he gave me a 10 rupee note.
Sir.
That 10 rupee note changed my life. That 10 rupee note is still with me. That 10 rupee note is even bigger those times in 1960s, bigger than the 2000 rupee note that we have today. And there, when I was catching a bus at the bus stop, I was talking to one of my friends about magic. And there I saw an old man. And he says, "Do you do magic?" I said, "Yes, I do a great magic." He says, "I am a magician. You want to learn? Come there." So he showed me a place. He was close by to that bus stand.
Sir.
And he was my first guru. I can never forget him. Khadim Sahib. Khadim Sahib said only one thing. Remember, what with that you can take out. So I remember that from today, what you have in your mind, you can only take out that. What you have in your computer, you can only take out that. Garbage in, garbage out. So the lesson that he taught me was a great lesson. That if you don't have something in your pocket, you cannot take it out magically.
Yeah.
That is
That's a great lesson, sir. That's a great lesson of life.
Absolutely. What you have in your mind, only that you can take out. If you don't have it in your mind, and that is why I say that readers are leaders, rest are all followers.
Absolutely. I fully agree with you, sir. Then the second thing, sir, which another thing which I read about you, sir, is that when you grown and gone to the schools and colleges, you opted for the NCC. And there you got inspired by the uniform. And that is when you thought of joining the Indian Army sometime in, I think, the 1965 war of Indo-Pak War. So how did that happen, sir? Means that is another transition where you were first inspired by the magic and thereafter you were inspired by the uniform.
You see, basically, I was very fortunate, I would say,
Sir.
being in Dehradun. Firstly, because our school had the first NCC batch. And in that NCC batch, I was the head boy. I was the CSM. And that our school had the maximum was a CSM. So I was the CSM in my NCC batch. And most important in that was Dehradun being the hub and the crucible of leadership of the Indian Army, of IMA. We used to see these cadets go past every day on the road, Dehradun. They used to come on outpass. So that itself became a very inspirational pillar to follow.
So.
And most, in fact, from our classmate, we are 4 or 5 of us who are in the army. So it was very natural. It was very natural to go and join the army or navy or the air force, whatever it is.
And where it was, sir? Which school you were there?
I was from St. Thomas's College, and I later on then became the school captain. I was a school captain. So the journey really started off like that.
I know, sir. So you already had the leadership quality right from the beginning. That, in fact, as a magician, firstly you started even selling your shows. That again a leadership quality, that you earned something by showing the magic. Then in the college you joined the NCC and become a captain of your school as well. So that leadership qualities came out somewhere or other. And finally, sir, when you joined Indian Army, then also you excelled everywhere. You excelled in the academy, you excelled in your RT school, where you got a silver gun, which is very rarely, only one student get that. So how was that experience, sir, and how much effort, that hard work and consistency you must have had to achieve that silver gun? I think that is a pride moment for any officer or young officer achieving such kind of honor.
Raghu, I would say that one quality, if you were to see one quality in all great leaders of the world, is consistency.
Yes.
How consistent are you in doing whatever you want to do? And that is what, maybe what you said, that fear of failure was never there.
Yes.
I overcame the fear of failure by being on the stage as a magician.
Yes.
Because you are trying to, at that point of time, hold the audience of 500, whatever it is, and you are trying to get into their mind, and they see you as semi-god, that he can do anything, magician can do anything.
Yes.
So there, what magician knows. I told you that initially, what you have in your patara, you can only take out that.
Yes.
If I don't have anything in my pocket or in my gadget, I can't take it out. As simple as that. If I can become a magician, you can become a magician. You have to learn.
Yes.
And when I used to buy these books of magic, if I could learn one trick from that book, that cost was recovered from my side. So in life, if you can take one lesson from a person, your life is made. Alternatively, if I can change the life of one person in my life, I think my life is also made.
That's true.
That is about the journey, even in the School of Artillery. When I had become CSM, I was the right marker in my parade, passing out parade. I excelled everywhere. And my instructor told me, man, don't look back. You have to look up and go for the stars. And that is what it is. It is a journey. You see, Raghav always say, one has to work very hard to earn jealousy in life. Yes. People get jealous. They do not know how much hard work to get where you are there. One has to work hard. And I would get up very early to do whatever I have to do. Get up at 4 o'clock or 5 o'clock.
Yes. I really agree with you, sir.
Sorry, you were saying something?
Yeah, I truly agree with you, sir. There is no shortcut to hard work. If you want to achieve anything in life, you have to work very hard. And another thing which you mentioned about that, you overcame the fear. And the fear as such, you know, sir, it is nothing but a false evidence appearing real. 95% fear never comes true.
Yes.
Okay. So if you can overcome that fear, and how you can overcome the fear? Having the faith in yourself. If you have a faith in yourself, you can overcome the fear. And that's fantastic, sir. Because of that, you did very well on these courses and achieved those silver gun and other things. And you mentioned, sir, the consistency is the one thing that keeps you going and that makes you different, that makes you extraordinary. I am fully agree with this. Another thing, sir, that you had a very excellent career. What I have gone through your profile, sir, you had a very excellent career in the army. Means you did all those courses exceptionally well. And then you did a staff college, army people who are understanding, they can understand that you did a higher command and all. But the one thing very important, sir, is a very coveted post, becoming a instructor, directing staff in the Indian Military Academy. And you have been one of the directing staff, and none other than our first CDS, General Rawat. You have been the directing staff to him as well. So my question is, sir, if you see those days when you were the directing staff to General CDS Rawat, and then when you met him, when he was the CDS himself, what was the feeling that you're one of the cadets in the first CDS of Indian Army? It must be the immense feeling as an instructor for you.
No, let me just put this thing in the right perspective. I was the company commander. He was with me as an instructor. He was not my cadet.
Okay.
I was a major. He was a captain. We were in the same company, and he was my second in command of the company.
Wow, that's very good.
And definitely, we were very good friends.
It must be again a privilege, sir, that one of your officer of a company is becoming a first CDS of Indian Army.
Absolutely, no doubt about it. And to the extent I would say that when I was preparing for my staff college, the whole load of the company was on him. And I had good trust on him that he would carry on, and I was the company commander. We were the champion company that time in IMA. You know what? I used to,
Which company?
Chittor company. I was commanding Chittor company.
Okay.
And I tell my cadets, and I show this little piece to demonstrate my thought process. Persistence pays.
Yes.
If you keep doing something the same way, and I give you a drop of water, just a drop of water on stone can leave a mark for life. So if you keep doing the right thing over and over again, see this, here is stone. Can you see this?
Yes.
This stone had a water being dropped, each drop coming onto this point.
Yes.
And over a period of time, it has made a hole through the stone. And I show this to a number of people. Water is stronger than stone.
Yes.
Because of persistence.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely.
So if you are persistent in doing what you are doing, if you are consistent, there is no doubt you will reach the zenith.
Yes.
Change your mindset.
Yes.
Everything is in the mind.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. In fact, if you can change the mindset, you can change everything, and everything starts from the mindset. I fully agree with you. And you rightly mentioned also, sir, the persistence pays you in the long run. Persistence and consistency, if these two things are there with you, I think anything you aspire for or any goal you set forth yourself, you can achieve that. I fully agree with you. And
with that, you have to shed your ego. One has to shed the ego.
Absolutely.
Like a seed, if the seed remains on the table, it will remain like that for years and years and years to come.
Yes.
But if I plant that seed into the mud and crush the skin along with the water and mud, it will sprout.
Yes.
And it will sprout and become a big tree. And from that tree will grow lovely fruit. And in each of those fruits, there will be hundreds and millions and trillions of the seeds from which it really came out.
Yes.
And therefore, if we in our life can crush our ego and be humble in life, we will rise like a tree. There is a couplet in Hindi which says the same thing.
Sir, sir.
मिटा दे अपनी हस्ती को जो तू मर्तबा चाहे कि दाना खाक में मिलके गुले गुलजार होता है.
क्या बात है, sir. क्या बात है, sir. What a right point you brought out this point. And just to give a little perspective to the viewers, gentlemen, what Col Chhibber has said is that, like a seed, if you can remove that upper crust of the seed,
That's the ego.
yeah, that ego or your limiting beliefs.
Absolutely.
You remove the limiting beliefs from your mindset, which have been grown up because of your childhood, because of your parental upbringing, because of your schooling. You develop so many limiting beliefs. And if you remove those limiting beliefs, sky is the limit. And that is what the example of seed, because once it gets into the mud, he's not bothered that he's getting muddy and this thing, and then he sprouts, and then he comes out with the number of, it comes out with the tree and the fruits and the seeds. And it's an infinite is the opportunities, infinite number of opportunities, just because of by shedding those limiting beliefs of your mindset.
Absolutely. And
Very,
you know,
yeah.
Raghav, one of my secrets of success, I would say,
Sir.
is which I tell a number of young people. I am giving you a golden key,
Sir.
to open your destiny in life.
Sir.
Because your destiny will take you to your destination one day.
Yes.
And this key, I cannot open it for you. Because
Yes.
the keyhole is inside you.
Absolutely.
You have to open from your side, from inside,
Yes.
like from your mind.
Yes.
And
yes.
I call it canny, C-A-N-I,
Okay.
can I,
Oh.
which means, like you had said about the warrior,
Yes, sir.
I feel that constant and never-ending improvement, canny, C-A-N-I. So I used to tell my cadets also that I, in my own life, improve 1% on a daily basis. 1% either in smiling, in shaking hands, in talking, in grooming yourself, in looking
Yes.
good, in talking to people, in taking out knowledge, in praying, whatever you want to do. Improve yourself just 1%. And if you do that 1% on a daily basis, in 1 year, you will not do 365, but you will improve more than 400, 500. Cumulative effect, hai na?
Yes, yes.
First day 1%, second 1.1%, third day 1.2%. So cumulative effect. So when you do that cumulative effect, that if you are ready to change, because you don't change, change will change you one day.
Yes. Yes.
So you have to change. And change can be only done with constant and never-ending improvement.
Yes.
That is my mantra.
Absolutely perfect, sir. What you have said, the change is the only constant. And this formula of, sir, 1%, in fact, if I am reminded of that Atomic Habits, it talks about that 1% improvement in your life every day. And and that 1% brings you next day 1.01%. And if you do that to the power 365, overall it becomes cumulative so much that it absolutely transforms you a personality, absolutely transformation in your life. And once you are transformed, you can achieve anything in the life. And
you are a technical person. You are a technical person. So you brought it out so well that 1.01 raised to the power 365. Kamal, Raghav. Thank you very much. Good show.
And another side of this is, if you don't change, you are a one, and even if you pay 1,000 of power to that one, it will remain one only.
Absolutely. So right.
So the matter of the fact is, sir, that if you start a little improvement in yourself or anything for that matter, you can achieve many things. So you have to start small, take a single step. Then only you can achieve your goals, vision, or mission.
Your first step is always the most difficult step.
Yes.
To take the first step.
Because you have to overcome so many fears which are growing up in your mind. because of limiting beliefs.
You know, Raghav, what you said very rightly, that if you break the barrier of fear
Yes.
from your mind,
Yes.
you can go further than you can throw a stone with your hand.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Your mind is so powerful. Sitting
Absolutely.
here, I
Yes.
can reach anywhere where I want
Yes.
to with my mind.
Yes. Yes.
So that is the power of the mind, undoubtedly.
Absolutely fine, sir. And when we are discussing about this, we discuss about this Atomic Habit, the books. So you rightly said right in the beginning, sir, that readers are the leaders. And
Absolutely.
I fully agree with that, sir. If I have read somewhere that Bill Gates, sir, whenever he take leave from the work, he goes for a month together and he close himself in a room and he goes with the full bag of books and he only read the books.
Absolutely.
So that way, any big achievers, whether it is Bill Gates, whether it is Robert Kiyosaki, or whether it is anybody for that matter, they are all big time readers. And some of the greatest people
Absolutely.
read at least 50 to 60 books a year. So that I fully subscribe to that point, sir. So I would like to know you, sir, that as a self-help book readers, what do you suggest for the people to make a good reading habits? Because that is what lacks. That is what they read all kind of science books, maths books, other books. But when it comes to the self-development or self-help books or changing their mindset, there is no syllabi or there is no syllabus in the classical kind of teachings in the schools and colleges.
I'll give you two examples. I'll give you two very beautiful examples.
Sure.
One, I and my son,
Sure.
we are very voracious readers.
Very nice.
We have got more than 2,500 books in our home. We do not know where to keep the books.
Sure.
And we are, and my wife also, we are so, bookworm wali baat hai. We read so much.
Very
And
nice.
let me tell you, I was working with Shyam Bengal for a movie called Boast the Forgotten Hero. And
I have a question. I have a question on that, sir.
Okay, but let me tell you about this book reading habit.
Yeah.
So Shyam Bengal and I used to travel in the car in the same seat, going all over while shooting and all that, and we used to talk a lot. And one day he told me, he says, Colonel Saab, I come from a very poor, humble family, and I wanted to read. So I would go to the library and get the books to read. But I did not know what to read, what asked me. People do not know what to read. So say what I did. I started from one shelf. Whichever book came my way, I read. And I would finish one shelf, then I would go to the second shelf, third shelf, fourth shelf, with the result that he had abundance of knowledge. Shyam Bengal is an encyclopedia in himself. You'll not believe me.
Absolutely. That is why they are great people.
I was amazed with his, wealth of knowledge, because he read on variety of subjects. Because I like magic, I read a lot of books on magic, on connected items, art, like this painting that you see behind me has been made by me. So, besides that, if you read what energizes you, you have to bring creativity in your mind. And you can bring creativity in anything that you do. You are doing creative work. What you're doing now with this interview is a creative output, no?
Yes.
Every child in his life, in nursery, knew how to draw an apple, but he forgot thereafter.
Yes.
He didn't draw it.
Yes.
If you don't take that creativity to your grave, where are you? Today, most of us leave our, before leaving our physical body, we have died on the emotional and the spiritual side of our life. Basically because we are not readers.
Yes.
You read religious books, you read something which is creative, something which can bring happiness around your home and
Absolutely.
in your life.
Yes.
In fact, I would say there's a very beautiful saying. If you don't have a father, read books.
Yes.
If you don't have a mother, look at nature. You'll be
Yes.
a wise man one day.
Very right. Very rightly brought out, sir. Very rightly. Because the books carries the entire wisdom of the people who have researched and worked for the years together, and then they put into the books. And,
राघव एक छोटी सी बात बताता हूँ, छोटी सी बात.
yeah,
A man who writes a good book,
sir.
if he is around 50, 60 years of age, उससे पहले तो कम ही लिखेगा.
Yes, sir.
In fact, my son has already written a book.
Sir.
So I'm so pleased, But I wrote the first coffee table book of the Indian Army, which was released by the President of India.
Sir.
And I feel if you read a good book, like you're saying, and if a man has written the essence of his life into that book of 80 years,
Sir.
if my age is 20 and I've read one of those books, my mental age is 100.
Yes. Yes.
If I read 4 of those books, you can imagine 32 plus my 20, you can imagine 380, 70. And the more number of books you read, the more mental age that you gain.
Absolutely, sir. Absolutely. There is no denying the fact, sir. There is no denying the fact. And in fact, you mentioned about 2,000 books, sir. I also had a collection of not 2,000, but 50 odd books. You can see the rack behind me.
I know from what you are doing and what you are talking about, atomic age and all that, and all those people. You cannot get that knowledge without reading.
Yeah.
It's not possible. It's not possible. Not
Yes.
possible.
And they are the treasure of wisdom, sir. Those books
Absolutely.
are self-help books are the treasure of wisdom. And I always suggest people that you should catch hold of some good books. And that is the way you can change your mindset. You can change your thought process. That is the only way. You see, sir, a very simple thing which my mentor used to tell, that for keeping the body healthy, you eat, you exercise, you sleep. But what about your mind?
Correct.
What are you giving? So for the mind to keep healthy, the only way is to read good books.
Absolutely. Good books.
And that is the way you can, and you rightly brought out that your mental age increases.
Absolutely.
You read good books of the mindset.
Bilkul. And when you do that, you get so much of solutions, that
Yes.
every, I would say, a roadblock which comes in your life then
Yes.
becomes a stepping stone
Yes.
for you to move ahead.
Yes.
Because
Yes.
every problem also comes with an opportunity.
Yes. Yes. And every problem is always with the opportunity, sir.
And therefore, if you read somewhere something, your mind connects. Yaar, ye wahan aisa hua tha. Can we do this? You imagine in pandemic, how
Yes.
many startups came up?
Yes. Yes.
So many problems.
Yes.
India never made those masks, sanitizers and all
Yes.
that, ventilators and what not. People
No.
started with so many new things in life.
And then we are the biggest producer of the mask and other things, sir, now.
Imagine.
And talk about the vaccine also, sir.
Yes.
Vaccine would have never come otherwise.
Imagine.
We are the biggest producer.
With the problem, a host of opportunities also came our way.
Absolutely.
Like online, what you are doing online.
Yes. This came because of this.
Online business zoomed
Yes.
everywhere.
Yes. In fact, somebody has said, sir, that the biggest breakthroughs comes after the biggest breakdowns in life.
Beautifully said. Yes. Absolutely.
My next thing, sir, is that as I can see on profile, sir, you were doing extremely well in the army. It's very rare, I must say, hardly 10% of the officer who get commissioned should reach to the level of doing the higher command. Okay. And you did that in staff college, all career, all best of the appointments you did, whether instructional or regimental, all appointments you did, and then doing extreme. What was that moment where you thought, "Arey yaar, I want to do something different in the life"? बहुत हो गया, अभी सोल्जरिंग तो हो गया, 25-30 साल काफी होता है to give to the nation. Now let's do something different where you can impact the life of the people. You can inspire the people for their doing something good in their lives. What was that thought? What was that moment where you have this kind of thinking and you finally quit?
Raghul, I will just quote one small incident.
Sir,
I will not quote his name. It
Sir.
won't be right on my part.
sir.
I was a brigade major on an
Sir.
LC in Nashara.
Sir.
And we had the general officer coming, a div commander. He came and he asked me something, and I asked him, I said, sir, what is your aim in life? I asked him as a major.
Oh.
I said, what is your aim in life? So he looked at me with staring eyes and he said, pretty youngster, you asking me what is my aim in life? Before I tell you that, you tell me what is your aim in life. He threw the
Okay,
question
yeah.
back at me.
He asked you.
He asked me. He said, you
Okay.
first tell me what is your aim in life.
And he was GOC, sir?
He was a GOC. I was a BM. I was a major.
Okay, okay.
I said, sir, I have one single aim in life. He said, what? I said, I want to make one man laugh a day and touch the heart and souls of people. That's all.
Yeah.
That is my aim in life. So he said, he patted me on my back. He said, Beta, मैं जनरल बन गया हूँ. I am not clear on my very aim in life.
बिल्कुल सही बोला.
And sorry to say, after a few, it so happened that he met with a crash and he was no more.
Oh my God.
But in life, Raghav, most of us are